Okay. Um, let's start again.
Mm-hmm. Shall I rephrase it, or are you just gonna continue?
To rephrase it, I think that is
Okay, okay. Alright, starting now.
okay.
Mira, I'm tired of these avoidant questions. I want straight answers.
I don't think I'm in trouble anymore.
Any more? Someone has been giving you trouble.
Uh, it's a lot, and it's hard to explain. If um,
Mira, if there was somebody giving you trouble, I want names.
there's no one I can't think of.
That doesn't make any sense, Mira. I know you know who these people are, and I want their names.
Well, then it might just be better for you to hear the whole story, which is a bunch, because then it would make more sense what's going on.
Well, since there is a wall, I have all the time in the world. Shall we sit down?
Sure. You sure you don't want anything to eat or drink?
No, I'm quite full.
Okay. Um, where do I begin? So, I well, right now I have a fiance, but it wasn't always that way. I have had I've had that goddamn that is a while ago now. I was married to someone.
Oh, uh,
Um, no stick family. Maddox no stick.
oh, I see. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
How how did you end up with a person of such intriguing behavior? Exactly.
Well, he was alone. I was alone. We found each other, and well, yeah, then shit just happens.
Okay, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how? Well, I don't think I need to ask, but nonetheless, how come you're not together anymore then?
Hmm. He had a bunch of shit to deal with on his own, and him whining a lot. Well, that's what. Uh, he. It just wasn't working.
That is entirely fair. I can see that being a reason, quite.
And then I came to Oracle. Wait, no, there is at least a few years in between. Didn't do much shit in there. Um, then I came to Oracle. Got to this place called Tinker's Cove, and I found a nice place to settle down. And it was on a hill, and my house was there. And guess who also just showed up there?
Maddox no stick.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He has tendency to be a little follower, yes.
Well, we lived a bit together, and um, we decided to hold a masquerade ball. It
Well,
was
how nice.
quite a lot of fun until the end, where someone got killed, and then another person got killed. Well,
Oh, um, that's quite concerning. Were you in any danger?
me?
Yes.
No. Well, I don't think so.
Oh,
I mean, it could have
who?
been anyone. It was could have really been anyone.
Right. Well, who was the murderer?
We kind of don't know yet. They
Oh,
have not been
that's
caught, and they are still out there, but they have not committed a murder in a while.
it.
Because story continues.
Okay, okay.
A few days later, a body washed up on the shores of Leafton
Oh,
from another noble. First one that was killed was
oh.
also a noble, and she was missing
Um,
her crown. And yeah,
that's incredibly concerning, Mara. Are you sure they're not? Are you, are you sure they're not going to attack again?
no, of course. I mean, we cannot see in their heads, and we cannot never be sure that they are not going to attack. So,
Well, all right. Well, continue, I suppose.
I mean, at least if they attack me, they know like they can be sure that it's not me that who is they're working with.
Were you suspected of such?
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Oh,
Because then there was an attempted murder on Queen Cora of Akatsuki, which was attempted, they failed. Then there was one on Irene, but it just so happened that we were that Maddox and I were just at Irene's house, and when we went away, then the murderers came. So everything looked too suspicious.
I see. That's
That's why we got.
that's an unfortunate set of circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Then,
Is
hmm?
that all that's happened, or
Not quite. There were no
okay?
murderers. Then, um, Jack decided he wanted to do a ritual. Because you know, rituals always go great.
I sure I wouldn't say so.
And, well, it was just four of us there. And it's where I got a bit of the skunk from.
Oh,
And, yeah.
so you ended up with Skulk from the ritual?
Mm-hmm. And I
What
sort
about?
of became an entirely different person from the one I was before.
Wait, what? Uh, well, I mean, you have been, you are acting quite different from what I from since I've last seen you. But
Mm-hmm.
what do you mean?
How do you explain this? Hmm. I don't know how you explain this. I explained it before, but I don't. But they all knew. Um, there were three different versions of Mira living inside the same body. I guess that's the best way to explain it.
What? Um, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Mira. You know, I not particularly fond of jokes, right?
Um, yeah.
You're serious.
Mm-hmm. Quite serious.
Three different versions of which am I speaking to a different one than than I'm used to?
Well, I don't know. I really don't
What
know.
what what do you mean you don't know?
It has been so long back that it's all a bit of a mess there.
Well, you so the ritual made you a you you became one of the three instead of the original? Am I understanding that right?
Not really. There's always, well, for the longest time, you can imagine there's always been three. It just, ritual messed some stuff up, and they started appearing again.
Oh, did I not know this?
Because it's kind of a thing you keep a secret. But now that everyone knows already, because they knew a very different Mira.
No, Mira, I'm your older brother. I You don't keep secrets from your siblings.
Those siblings I have not seen in more than 100 years, that I couldn't even have told about this.
Well, I suppose, but that's not. I didn't want that to happen. I guess I just didn't know what was happening at the time. I guess I guess we were quite distant.
Mm-hmm.
But then what? After the ritual?
After the ritual, there was this. She was very sweet. The little Mira that was there. Um, she kind of just lived her life. But then the other Mira that was in control most started appearing again, and she didn't really like the other Mira. So she did a thing to get rid of that Mira, but that didn't work out very well. So one of them got trapped in an echo shard. The other one lost a part of their vitality, which basically means that health is declining.
As, and what happened to the one in the most control then? Because you're speaking. I assume you're the third by the way you're speaking.
Mm-hmm.
What
Well,
happened?
um, and everything calmed down a bit after, um, God, what happened? Um, I came up more because it was getting really boring and I wanted to do stuff for my own. But the other one found out, locked herself up, or well, yeah, she just got removed after a while by other people because she did some bad stuff.
This is a lot to take in.
Mm.
I didn't know that you all went through such horrific situations. I didn't realize. Well, this is exactly why you should come back. This place doesn't seem like it's doing you any good.
It's doing me
I,
more good than there.
but you've not seen that place yet. I promise you, it's better than it used to be. I've been trying hard to improve it.
Hmm. Wouldn't it be weird just suddenly someone showing up and you claiming that it's your sister, who probably has been wiped from all the books?
Well,
Wouldn't
not all of them, but nonetheless,
they
even if I'm the king, whether or not they believe me is not the important thing here.
they will think I
So
put
long
some kind
as
of spell on you to get in there?
what?
They would probably think I put some sort of spell on you to make you believe that.
That's nonsense, Mira. You know how I, you know how I'm cautious, don't you? I'm not. I know what I'm doing.
Hmm.
Maybe I didn't notice or know about the wall, but you have to admit that's not exactly something you expect at all in the first place.
No, and you don't
But
see
other
it when you
things,
enter.
yes, but other things, I'm prepared, Mira. I'm prepared for everything, and well, aside from this, of course. But and the kingdom knows this. I've been trying hard to protect my citizens, my nation, Rivendell. You don't do that by just heading straight in blindly. I might have not known about the wall, but I prepared for everything else.
I guess you're right. Maybe.
And you still have not told me the names of all those people. Because, and I'm sorry to bring this up, if this, if your body was locked up, somebody else must have locked you up in the best place or let you out or done something else which you sort of implied, and I want to know what happened. And if you don't want to tell me, that's okay, but I want to know who. I want to know who helped that Mira out with all of that.
But it's quite hard to explain that. Because, yeah.
You don't have to explain anything. Just tell me the names, and I'm gonna find out everything myself. You may not be the sister I know, but you are still my younger sister. And if something ever happens to you, I might have not have been here for the past 100 years, but now that I am, I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to lose her again. By any means.
But, guess so.
And if you, even if you don't tell me the names, I'm gonna find out everything without it, so you might as well spare me the trouble.
What are you gonna do if you have their names?
Depends on what they did.
Mm, well,
Mira, please, just. If I promise you that I won't do anything drastic, if you will you tell me the names?
drastic in what way?
Kill.
Yeah, no, don't kill them. You really shouldn't kill them.
I won't. I promise you that.
Um, there is a Dara, but a Dara, due to the ritual, could shapeshift into people but took over the mind of the not so nice version of me. So it wasn't actually a Dara, Adva, but it was. See, it's very complicated. Too complicated to explain.
Okay, Adira. Anybody else? You said
Victor.
people, not.
Victor.
Yes, Victor.
But he was sort of forced into it.
Forced?
Mm-hmm.
By Adira?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make sure to remember that. So just these two?
There is also Shelly, Shella.
And what part did she take in this?
Well, back at the first time when Mira tried to remove the other part of her, Shell played a big part of stabbing. And then,
Stabbing?
yeah, stabbing. Like pulling out a sword and shoving it into someone's chest.
Oh. So, Shella, Victor, and Adra.
I think
Alright.
so. Yeah.
Well, that's all I needed. And thank you. I will deal with them accordingly. They won't hurt you anymore, I promise you.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't hurt me either way. I think.
Well, it sounds like they already have.
No.
Mira, I understand that they maybe you've known them for long. I don't know the relationship between these three and you, and maybe you were friends, but it sounds like you're in denial.
I'm not.
What makes you so sure?
That I'm not in denial. They
Yes,
helped
what
me with
makes you so sure?
stuff.
What stuff?
Um. Shall help me decorate the house.
Decorate the house. After she stabbed you?
I think it was even before she stabbed me. But
Either
well,
way.
other me asked her to stab me, so
I,
it's kind of my own fault.
either way, no, that's not your fault. Either way, none of this sounds like it's a good thing. Mira, I can't possibly expect me to believe that they wouldn't hurt you anymore. That's not how it works. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not none of that is it doesn't erase what you've just told me. And I'm not willing to argue with you on that anymore, as it's clear that you don't see how it's affected you.
They're my friends.
They're not your friends if they did all that. True friends would have protected you no matter what. I don't care what part they took in it, if they were forced, as you say, or if they were doing it of their own volition, or if they, I don't know, shape shifted, you said? Either way, they would have done everything they could, otherwise, that's not. They're not friends, Mira. They're at most acquaintances. But in the end, they still cared about only themselves, as it's clear. I won't hurt them equally, or hurt them at all. That's not what I'm implying. But I will deal with them according to the magnitude of what they've done. However, it still doesn't change that they have hurt you and they are not your friends.
But, but
No but, Mira. I'm not arguing you. I'm not arguing with you on this one. There's nothing to argue.
Mm,
But, well, I've got all the information I need, and I I would hate to end this on such a dark note, so maybe we should discuss happier things.
maybe. Um, you said that there were other siblings now.
Yes, they're twins. They're quite a lively sort, but you know how that goes. They're certainly something, at least. I'm sure you would love them.
Maybe.
They're all waiting for you to come back. I mean, they've never met you, but they would love to as well. And I've told them all the good things about you. Of course, I
Like,
couldn't I couldn't avoid the bad things, or at least what you were exiled for, but most of the majority of things that I told them about was how smart you were, how nice you were before, well, everything, and you were just a bright kid, you know.
yeah, I guess so. But, um, you also said you had kids.
Yes, 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 yes. I have a daughter. I've mentioned her already. That I named her after you exactly because of how fond I was of you before you left.
Mm,
And, she reminds me of you quite a lot, actually.
she does.
She's just as bright. Indeed, there's something about her eyes, too. They kind of look similar enough.
Ah,
Although, of course, that could also just be my eyes, but nonetheless, everybody said she had eyes like me, but every time I looked at her, I only thought of you, which is partially why I lifted the exile and came to search for you as well.
and you got married as well, then.
Yes, my wife's lovely. She's she's very intelligent. She's like my right hand, you know.
Yeah,
She helps me run the place quite well. I mean, she makes an amazing queen and even a better mother.
it's good to
She's
hear.
just amazing. Amazing woman, that one. But what about you? Your fiance, your daughter?
Um, well, recently stuff has been rough with everything that's happening. Um, but besides that, they are very lovely. They're very lovely.
So how is Marcia? I would love to hear some more about her. I'd love to meet her someday. I mean, she sounds like an well, I've not heard too much, but she sounds like a nice woman.
She really is. She is an adventurer. Um,
Oh,
the, she was the adopted daughter. I think adopted daughter of the two queens of Salor.
oh,
So
so a noble as well.
Yeah. So well, right now, she is the Queen of Salor.
Oh, even better, even better. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Mira. You've no idea. That's quite amazing.
But
Quite an upgrade from Maddox, at least.
yeah, then there's Amaya. She still has to learn a lot about this world. I mean, as a sea creature, Triton, she's quite new to the land.
Oh, how interesting. That seems like quite the journey, then, that you'll have to go through with her.
Mm-hmm. She has this weird thing she can do. She can just get fish out of nowhere and throw them at people.
Oh, that's an interesting quirk.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to avoid that, but I would love to meet her herself.
Be careful. She will very quickly throw fish if she is scared.
Uh, well, uh, I'll try to be anyway. I mean, my reflexes are quite good, I would say. So I don't think it would be a problem.
Well, that's great. Mm.
Indeed. But as much as I would hate to end it here, and I would love to spend more time with you. I mean, there's so much to catch up on. I mean, hundreds of years. But I do need to figure out the whole wall border thing, considering. I mean, certainly you won't be able to get through it today, I would assume, but well, if I can't come back to my nation, I suppose I'll just have to figure out a place to stay at besides an old ship.
Well, there could always be. I still have a house in Tinker's Cove if you need a place to stay.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Or
I
here in Daya, there's this place you can sleep at. I mean, unless you want privacy, then yeah, you should go to Tinker's Cove.
I think I would rather the privacy as much as more convenient conversations with you would be, and protecting you and everything.
I
Uh,
don't need
I
any
also still
protection.
value my privacy. Well, debatable. I mean, you are still my little sister, and you'll still be a baby in my eyes.
And then you'll be the old hag.
I suppose. But yes, um I actually do quite recall that somebody already mentioned which house belonged to you in Tinker's Cove. I just couldn't find you there, so I continued in my search. But if you say I can, I guess, settle down there for a bit, I would love to actually go and meet whoever is in charge of Tinker's Cove. So I shall probably head on out then.
I'll just kick you out. Um, yeah,
It was nice seeing you again.
very nice. Yeah, there.
Well, I'll see you again soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And scene.